What's up, everybody? Welcome to Mystics MMOs. I am your host, Mystic Raven. Hope you guys are having a good day today. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to be working my Psijic because I need my other spell orbs. I need to get another point, some more skill points, and I need to do my dailies. So the dailies today, let's see. We have Vollenfeld, Maz, and Elden Hollow 2. Okay, so what's my bag like? First, let's empty the bag space, shall we? That definitely needs to come down if I'm going to go do dungeons. So we'll get that taken care of real quick.
Friend, a moment of your time.
You know what? Let's go to Mournhold. Because I don't know much about... Yeah, definitely Mournhold.
You've arrived.
It's just easier. 1 second. Always when I start screaming. 1 second. Hello? Telemarketer, of course. You know, I should just know better. I shouldn't even just take these calls at all. Okay. So let's just get rid of a bunch of stuff here. First, we're going to repair. We'll have a bunch of stuff to decon. I prefer deconning for materials and all that other stuff. As long as I have about a little bit more new bag space, I mean, I'll be fine. I don't have to like do everything, but I definitely want to get like this type of stuff out of the way. I know, I just deconned that's good. Alright, we're good. Let's go to social. Let's go, active finder, dungeon finder, specifics, vet. Okay, so Elden Hollow 2, Vollenfeld, and Maz. I don't think I need anything in here. Maz. Now, I'm DPS, and given the fact that I am a DPS, we know it's going to take a minute, a hot minute, to get a Q, so when you're doing that as a DPS, you might as well get your... Now, where are we at? So, Stormhaven, Weeping Giant. Alright. Didn't I mark it? Right there. Easier to mark, so when you're kind of going around through the map, you see your little marker. I'm like, oh, okay, there we go. There we go. No biggie. Irish, what's up? Back to ESO. No, I know. Dude, I gave everybody a shot, and guess what? Everybody just was like, go back to Elder Scrolls. And I've got a few months before. I was hoping a couple people would say Final Fantasy, but, you know, I mean, I started this channel on ESO, and I did. And, you know, some things have gotten somewhat better, but, you know, the thing of what reminds me of is, like, I wish that Elder Scrolls would make it so once you unlock, I don't know if I can get skill points here. I haven't checked a lot of this area out. Oh, get off me. I hate this one. Like doing these quest lines, I feel like once you do it on one tune, you shouldn't have to keep farming it on every tune. Because sometimes it's just, that's the time sink, right?
Sneezing death algorithms all over the place. Trust me, it was a miss.
I hate these. Man, we blew through ICP last night so bad though. We got it on hard mode. Unfortunately, I did die one time at the... I missed the donut, so we didn't get the flawless. I was on the edge of the wall when the bomb came up, and I was like, oh shit. But other than that, no, it was almost perfect run. Okay, hold on. It's pointing it in this direction, this direction. Oh, right there, right there, right there. Okay.
This one's a winner, mate. The white gold fragment. The Archmage and numeral carried it around all the time, you know. Slung
Then I
around
show it on a
scrawling
map.
like a cowbell. Classic
I'll mark
alien,
it. Now, if it's like out of within reason, I won't tread back to that. So I'll just go ahead and do a fast travel. So it just makes it easier, saves my time. Yeah, ESO, man. Just another day. Just another day. You know, some of the dude, I did come up with an idea for a very nasty necro build. I was like, I hope nobody thought of this. So I kind of looked up a few and I was like, perfect, perfect. Because I don't like taking other people's builds. I do not like to do that. But you guys know me, man. I'll come out with some toxic stuff. Just a forewarning, it will be polluted. It will be like the epitome of gross.
Tree elves and their
I promise.
Am I right? They never sing
That's what I do.
Houses,
I come up with
bridges,
the most
chairs.
toxic. Oh, I need
Someone gonna
beetle
sing to you something
Beetle
useful,
Scud
like
stuff
singing
anyways.
lands.
Figures, go figure. Why am I... Any pewter stuff I usually will unlock too. I'm not farming everything though. Set and forget. If I have to redo that, I'm gonna be peeved. I just gotta switch out my rapids for the my mage light for increased AoE damage. Everything else is set up for deeps. It's been a minute since I've done this one. And I could get that one set while I'm in here too. So, all right, mage. And this is where this comes in. And I got the mission. Because I've never been on here with this account. I still know it. Oh, snap. I'm going to aggro. I'm definitely going to be aggroing.
picks, friends. It is time to leave
Build
this
or
place.
die.
Quickly, follow me.
Ninjas? How did you... Never mind.
They're all dead. One of their strongest.
Stones are ours to command.
Is that up or not?
Very low. Serve the Zit-Zat or die.
Amber
I
Plasm.
arrived too late. KR. I guided the first group back to the swamp. You are free.
Those jumps can be such a pain in the ass. The funny thing is, like, I was going to go with my Nernholm, as I typically do, because you only need X amount of pen, but, you know, I never know when,
Here's delicious. More of our shelter.
When I get blame their skins for Nakesh. Ah!
I'm always jumping around.
Dreed, Jacine, we are here to rescue.
This one's a pain in the little booty sometimes.
Trudon has broken her bonds. Heed me or suffer.
Do we get it? Come on. Amber Plasm again. I don't need the head though.
I am here. You draw
Might have to run this on my
while
tanks.
Oh, well, good job, I guess.
What have you done?
It is Takesh. We have killed your men. Release the rest of the Suzaru tribe, or suffer the same fate. That's good, right?
No. Zalnor prepares your elders for sacrifice, even as we speak. Their blood will run.
I forgot to put my shield up. 24 hit.
Zalnor is
I bet you hits.
but also strong. As
There's our flawless.
we must move quickly.
Fuck. That's my bad. What the f- What is... Does the tank got aggro or not? Something tells me we do not have a tank. Because as soon as I hit them both with the over the 30k, they just fucking like come to me directly. These guys know where they're going.
Your bones will make fine mortar.
You made it. I
Yeah.
have searched high and low,
We made
but I
it.
cannot find any sign of Zalnur or the Elders. It is also very, very quiet. That either means the Zitzat have fled, or they have gathered in great numbers to kill us all. I hope it is the second. I am filled with sap and fury.
Now, kill them!
Another glorious victory. I just need a moment to gather my wits. And throw up. Keep looking for Zalnur. I will be right behind.
Oh shit. Charge. Ah, shit. We're gonna pull trolls. Come on. Poison. I hit it twice. Come on.
Invaders! Bear your fangs, Sitzat!
Blistering 22. A lot of damage. I don't know why I keep getting it. I thought it rolled out. I've been avoiding it for the most part.
Stand back, or I will.
Rats, I eat you now! Puny rats fall down!
Zeus, one of the beasts broke free.
You'll not be clean for long! Zalnur strong! You weak! Zalnur strong! All fear Zalnur!
One of the beasts is loose.
Where's the water? Oh, he's got
I cannot make you safe, slave scum! Zalnur! No! You
Amber plasma chest.
I had him by the short spines. I know it did not look like it, but feigning panic.
A lot of amber plasms dropping. I'm not messing with this. I'll let them mess with it. Usually you let one or two people do it.
I just need you.
Oh, they're just gonna release everybody. They're not even going for the achievement. They're like, fuck the achievement. No. Wrong button. Might want to fill that up.
I'm alive. Thank you, friend. Thank you. That was too close.
Still got it. So they're doing the hard mode. Please tell me you're not doing the hard mode. Please tell me you're not doing the hard mode. No hard mode. They were like, fuck no.
Dry-skinned savages.
This one is a
This city will
bitch.
be your grave. Your strength belongs to me. Beasts in amber, wake and remember.
I need it. Someone reveal it. Reveal it. Which one is it? There it is. I was about to say.
You will.
It is time to make this witch pay. You attack from the
Maz.
side.
Shoot on training and
The spine of deep.
these bastards.
So, this is the mad hist. By the egg. Do you see how it weeps and twists its roots? I hope there is still the...
And there's my skill point. Yay, baby.
Phew. That ladder was not kind to
A little
old
sloppy
Emus.
on my part.
You have done well, Himjas.
I'm gonna be a little hard on myself. Daggers.
Thank you, Root Mother. But my companions are the real heroes. I spent most of our adventure lost or unconscious. I was...
Reckless? Yes. But the chick that tumbles up.
Couple mess ups on my part. Clint, what do you think about the new champ system? Interesting, but there's a lot of fluff in there. 20k health, 42k magicka, and you can't die or run out of resources. My Sork is Argonian too, so better stats possible with higher or dark elf, right? Hits hard too, uses the same spell setups as Zai. No, it's easy Sork, but gets tailored down. Yeah, you know what? 20. I mean, I'll fluctuate between 18 to 20, but I'm a firm believer of trying to get up to that 20 mark, especially on different content for sure. I'm running at 18.4. It's just because I went with a one extra little light, but I could get up to 19 with the extra passive with this build. But I heal with this, so I was like, yeah. But right now I have a sharpened maiden. And I should be Nirnholm technically, technically speaking. I can't believe it put me all the way back. I've got to go back. Oh my god. What's my inventory space look like? We should be able to queue the other one though. Vollenfeld and Darkshade 2, right? And they should put another daily in, to be honest with you, since they have so many DLCs now. It wouldn't actually hurt them to put another one in. My honest opinion. Was it Darkshade 2? Hold on. Or Vollenfeld. Elden Hollow 2. And Vollenfeld. It wouldn't kill him to put it in. It wouldn't. Honestly, it wouldn't even bother him, man. So I can't believe I have to do all that over again. That is so bullshit. I'm so mad. Ooh. I knew it was gonna happen too. As soon as it queued. Now watch me start again, I'll queue again. And usually DPS doesn't queue this fast. So I was like, oh, it's perfect. I think the new CP system is going to make certain stuff's fluff. Certain of it's just, stuff that it reminds me of, remember when we got the Golden Coast and we got the Thieves Guild and we were like, yes, or the Dark Brotherhood and all that, and we were like, it was a cool filler content. Storyline was cool, but we got nothing. Zoss needs to come out with new skill lines. Like, okay, like this whole scrying thing for cosmetics where you're not chasing down motifs. Okay, cool deal. Awesome. Okay, whatever. I kind of like it, you know, especially if you're hunting down motifs. It can be a pain in the ass. It really can. It can be. You still need the motifs to craft it. I mean, you get the cosmetic, but to craft anything for your writs, you still need the motif. So I was like, you know, I mean, okay, I get it. So it might devalue a couple of motifs, but I mean, it is what it is. But I've been dying for some viable skill lines, you know, and to try to get rid of the toxicity. Right there. I'm like, wait a minute. I do not need that right now. That really did drop on my head just now. Yes, it did.
Circle around.
This new build I'm coming out with, though, for the Necro, I'll do a healer build, which will be pretty standard, just a different version.
You know, if you
But the
let it sit long
PvP,
enough,
like I
it'll
was looking at
grow many
PvP and I was like, oh shit. I was looking up some shit and I was like, okay, they don't have it. Nobody's got it. It's gonna be nasty. There's a bet. It's gonna be really nasty. It's gonna be gross. Fallen felt easy. Like I said, winter, respite, overwhelming, Zon. Overwhelming's the shit. Crit surge, you're not dying. Yeah. Dude, I use overwhelming on my DK, my mag DK. God, dude, I love it. I love that set.
We'll leave you bloody in the
I mean, and you know, my biggest thing is, you know, do I want to go ahead, get involved with a guild? I'm already in a guild, but do I want to fuck with the guild for trials and shit and get toxic? I mean, I don't think I'm going to be whatever, but, you know.
get our treasure.
Guys, now everybody's running balls. Remember when I was the first running balls as healers? I'm like, hit my balls. Guys, remember that? Now all healers are running balls. And I was like, drop synergies. I'll tell you what. A lot of people can rag on me, but man, I really did bring something to this game. Even if I ain't got the viewers, I brought something to this game. People feel it to this day. $42K, you guys see that? I fucked up on my rotation for the AoE, though. Shh, don't tell anybody. I kind of fucked that up. I'll tell you what, I saw a Sork tank the other day in my group, and boy, I'll tell you what, I love Sork tanks for a reason. A lot of people might not like Sork tanks. I do. I like playing them. I like them in my group. Holy shit kebabs. Such a difference too. I'm talking like synergy heaven.
Past my men. Did the Raya put you up to this? She's still out there.
Set it ablaze!
Kill these fools.
Why?
for the rod of Kravari. There's so much fire. Maybe this wasn't such a good idea. Remembered. Time for a different approach. Awaken, my darling. I need you to wake and smash this rabble to pieces.
Oh shit, I tapped it twice. Fuck that last part up. Forgot to hit my buff. And I'm slacking.
Clumsy in his research, in murdering people, in relationships.
Light it up!
Hell, I'm checking these. You better best believe I'm checking these urns. You don't think I'm not checking these urns? You was crazy. You can find Dwemer in Vollenfeld. Yeah, Necro Tank looks pretty cool. I still like the Sork Tank. I'm a very, very partial. Templar tanks are ridiculously OP. I'm not even gonna lie. .43. Dwemer. Oh. Damn it. I ain't got this set up all the way either. You know, like I said, I should be running Nirnholm. I should be. I already know. I just don't trust my tanks enough to do the debuff. I just don't. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, you guys go ahead for a second. No. Oh. Bastards. Oh, I hear chest. Junk. We just shooting it? You guys actually pulling these or not? Sometimes we just skip this shit. I don't know what happened to the tank. Oh no, yep, you have to go in here. Forgot about this little fucker. Dwemer! Happens when you don't get that buff. Big time difference. Okay. Dwemer! No. No. I want the Dwemer. I know, I gotta go. Hold on, let me check the Zern. Bullshit. Oh shit, wrong button. Fucked up again. Gotta get rid of some of this. Just for enough bag space. No. I'm calling bullshit. You guys got it. Red guard. No. Oh, we saw that coming. The chopper on me? Yeah. Why is the chopper on me? Yo, man. It's not my fault. The tank's supposed to take that shit away. Peace the fuck up! Ah! What's up? 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 Dun, dun, da, 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 da. All right. GG. Oh. We got it. We did it. We did it. Silly, what's up? On your PC too? Yep. How much CP you got? On this platform? On PS, I'm really good. But I haven't played on PS for a while. Currently, I am 839 on this platform. On Xbox, I'm slightly even lower. So, we're going to go back to Sean real quick. Just because, but yeah, so I'm only 839 on this platform. By the time the thing comes out, it'll be well over 1,000. I mean, On PS, I have like 1100. And then on Xbox, I'm in my 600s. Something like that on Xbox. But something like that. Something.
This is taking longer than I'd planned.
I don't get everything done on every, like this platform. I had everything up until I left ESO. I had all the main shit, like all the main storylines and everything like completed. Because, you know, I really like the storylines, keeping up and, you know, whatever. I used to get into like the lore elements of the game. But, you know, when I was juggling multiple platforms, I was like, there's just no way, man. There's no way I can do it. There's just none. So, and now that, you know, I got back on this, you know what? Well, we know we ain't going to use the hat. I might be able to do something with this. The stamina health recovery is not bad for Amber Plasm. I mean, for like a Mage Blade, it's a nice set. It's a nice setup. You know? I might mess with it. I like coming out with more toxic stuff, but I never use Crusaders. Yeah, that set always did suck. There's my Lord Warden from last night. Treasure Hunter. I actually didn't mind this set sometimes, but you can get Major Prophecies, so a lot of times it just gets overlooked because, you know, Major Prophecy is not a hard thing to, you know, obtain if you have a good group. Infused? Shut up! Oh my gosh! That is disgusting. Would I use fire? You know, the thing is, this is a stam set that deals flame. And I just never found a, you know, a very training. I don't know. I mean, I like this. I like the Major Resolve. I like that for tanks. It's a really good set. I might mess with it. I mean, Dune Ripper, we definitely once again. Oh, this one's not bad. What is it? Impen? Maybe. Possibly. We'll see if I'll do something with it. I don't know. Lightning Staff of the Crusader? Yeah, right. Alright. Staff of the Crystal. This is the Varnis set. It's purple. And we'll see. Sometimes I have a problem letting go. I think of builds as I'm looking at stuff. You know what job I really grown to love in Final Fantasy? Machinist. Dude, right? It's so good. It hits so hard. Dude, Machinist, I love the new animation and the new rotation. They made Machinist's rotation so much better. So much better. The Machinist rotation prior was just so hard to maintain. It was just, and the DPS, you suffered so much because of that rotation. I mean, you couldn't sustain. You knew Machinist had potential. I felt like Bard. I mean, I haven't checked the patch notes out for a while, but I felt Bard kind of got a screw with the Dancer in a way. I mean, I'm sure people are still using Bard. I'm not saying they aren't, but you know, I just felt like that might have been, you know, some, you know, small issues.
Have you? And was it? You are owed more. I live by a sim.
I know. No, I can also train. Let's. Yeah, I was like, you know, I shouldn't even need this much penetration on this build. Because I wanted to, like, I have Nernholm. I have my potent Nerdcrux. And I was like, I should do it. And I'm like, but sometimes tanks don't debuff right. And if they don't hit the debuff, well, there goes my DPS. Out the window. Even with, you know, the spell, with light armor passive. So, because I adjust accordingly to my CP. I think that's one thing that's going to get really screwed in the CP system is penetrating values, right? That is going to be a real hard thing. You know, these little things, man, will eat up. It's a nerf for sure. It's a nerf for sure. Yeah, but Machinist, man, dude, when I didn't get to finish out my Machinist. And the Gunblade is where I really was impressed. I didn't even get to try. I mean, I created a dancer. I put the dancer job on my character. But I didn't, I didn't get it, done yet. Elden Hollow 2 is the only one I need. But I'm going to have to, one of the major things I felt like with all these DLC dungeons now, ZOS should open up another Vet daily. It's not much to ask for. Honestly, it's just not, You wouldn't think it, it would be. So, one second, guys. 1 second. Hold on. All right. All right. Now, where is that quest? I hate when I have to try to whatever. Oh my gosh. Where is it? The towers remain. There it is. And we're going to Craglorn. Alright. We'll bank up some keys. I'll try to get some new sets. See what we do. Might, get a couple. I did some writs yesterday. I'm not... The crafting in this game's gone to shit. I'm not going to lie about that. Crafting was viable at one time in this game. That's no longer the case. Those days are gone. Those days are gone. Unless ZOS changes something. You're not going to see a lot. You'll see crafting as like filler spots until somebody needs a specific set. But as far as crafting taking, being the once highlighted element of ESO, where you could blend, drop, and crafted sets, that's rare now. You mean there's still good sets out there. I'm not saying there isn't, but the way stat stacking works, no, it's shit.
This won't do. This just won't do.
That's one of the things I didn't want to see this game turn into.
Through a lumber mill. And that noise. Can you hear that? Let's find this fragment and get out of here.
That's the one element I did not want to see. I appreciated the crafting in this game. I actually did. I like the fact that you could come up with these different configurations between crafting and loot. And even though some sets were a little bit more toxic than others, it really made for good. And when they came out with the the weapons being 2-slot, I thought that was pretty good. I thought, oh yeah, that's cool. I mean, you know, I mean, there's still, you know, maybe like coming up with different stat adjustments and things like that. Sure. You know, for like a 3-piece set or something like that,
snow throat
like willpower,
fragment.
maybe adjust. They could have adjusted
Good for you. Now
willpower
let's
or
get
something
out of
like
here,
that, given the
Jeez,
fact
they're
that you
gonna
still
fall
had
into my
master
face.
weapons. So I definitely solved that, you know, to an extent how configuration. But when perfected gear came out, it kind of broke my heart. It really did. It broke my heart in a lot of ways. You know, and then I go on the PTS, and you know, I see that, you know, the results and everybody coming out with the same configuration. Sure, they might have a different set with a different Mundus, right? And you know, I mean, that's true, but the primary sets all the same, all the same, every one of them. And I'm like, we're taking originality, we're taking out you know, this concept of what ESO is, and we're trashing it. You know, it's getting trashed. It's going in the dumpster fire. And as far as content though, ESO still is like really good. I remember you playing Machinist, and I never got it. But man, when I picked it up, it's amazing. In the rotation, the most fluid thing in the game. Don't see many bards anymore. Yeah, I don't see the bards, man. I don't see them. You know, with Dancer, there's just not. You can't slot them in a trial, especially if you're going for glamour or mount. You know, mount collecting. There's nowhere to put a bard. Because you know the DPS, it's a support DPS, like the Dancer. There's just not a slot. You know, there's just not. It's not about it's being a bad class. It's just the Dancer buffs are so good. Like, what are you going to take? You're going to take the Dancer or the Bard? You're going to take the Dancer, man. You know, Machinist, I love Machinist. I think Machinist rotation is so... It was hard, though. You know? That was one thing I did feel that that they did right, was clean up that rotation. That rotation was so meticulous. I mean, you didn't if you slipped up a half a second and missed your gun, your slugs, you're fucked. You're screwed. If you didn't slug at the right time, there goes your DPS. You're screwed. You done. You know, but now it's a nice upkeep, easy manage, you know, and the graphics is, you know, is so cool. You know, I would have to say I wanted to see Black Mage get a better graphics compared, because everybody got some visual update. Even the summoner, dude, even the summoner got some graphical changes, right? To its effects. But no, I mean, okay. Aha. I hate. Oh, there it is. Oh, baby. Ooh, baby, that's what I like. That's what I like. So, I'm running, this build's kind of cool. Well, I mean, it's not. War Maiden. I love War Maiden on the Mage Blades. Every day, all day, I'll upgrade it. It should be Nirnholm, but I went with Sharpen just because I don't trust the tanks, right? If the tanks apply, you don't need this much pen. You don't. You could go with Nirnholm and deal a ton of damage, but if they don't get it, you better have the pen. I mean, we still have the passive, right, in light armor. So keep that in mind. But I went with 6 and 1. And I might be able to drop that now and now pick up my medium piece, which I didn't do. I have one heavy and 6 light, but I think it's 1 heavy and 6 light. But when we go into the passives for light armor, at the time I needed more penetration, so I have almost 5,000 pen, and you don't want to go over 52. And now with this much pen, I can drop that down, and that'll give me, it'll drop it down a couple hundred points, and that's fine. And then I dropped a lot of it down in the CP system. I just didn't want to be under in my pen. So if you know, if you can trust your tank, you could go with this life, that's fine. But you know, 5, 1, and 1 is usually the way to go for the Undaunted passive, right? The Undaunted mental, you definitely want to take advantage of it. So I probably can now do that. So I'll probably reconfigure it a little bit. But yeah, definitely with I went with War Maidens, and of course then Mother Sorrow, you know, because now I'm running that Psijic ability where I definitely want to take advantage of the boost a little bit, but I didn't go over 60 something. It's smooth as fuck as fuck now. Yeah, dude. Yeah, Machinist man was a bitch. The rotation was a bitch. It was a pain in the ass. It was. It was such a pain. Such a pain. What we do? We lost the tank? Are you insane? Well, that's probably why. Some people get all discouraged when they start seeing anybody under a certain CP level. Snobs. No tank, so wait. You guys crazy. Oh boy. Everything I deal is magic damage, by the way. It's basically dot end. Structured entropy. 16,618 magic damage over 12 seconds. Also has a slight heal. Delimitate. That's what allow me to weave. I can apply these 10-second duration, 12-second. And also this gives me magic steal, so I can recover as well. Resources. Elemental weapon. 812 magic damage, applies a status effect. Also, if the power is not consumed in time, I restore magic. And then on top of it, I get the passive for the balls that deals magic damage. Merciless Resolve. You guessed it, magic damage. Race against time, increased critical damage. Shooting Star, single target flame, but you know, it's just a really good ulti. Soul Tether magic. Sap Essence, we get that nice, major sorcery. So I really like that. Magic damage, Twisting Path, magic damage, Unstable Wall for the, the off balance. Harness is my shield, and we get Inner Light for the boost to the AoEs. Pretty much said and done. War Maiden, Mage Blade. If you ain't running it, I don't know what the fuck your problem is. It deals so much damage. So much damage. No proc, constant. If you want to use the trial set, have at it. And I'm using the other one. No. No tanks, man. Speaking of my tank, needs a little bit more stuff. My sword tank, because I'm going to rebuild him. I'm actually going to make him a magic tank. He's a hybrid tank right now, but the build's good. It was a build I put together 2 years ago. I ran it in a dungeon. He's still fine. He's great. He's perfect. You know, no problem. I was just like, you know, if I go with the staffs, you know, it's just going to be so much more fluid because of damage. And I can afford to drop a little bit in the resistance because I can go with shields, you know? So, yeah, all day, every day. So I'm going to make a shield tank. I'm going to make a mag shield tank with staffs. He won't, like, everybody's like, what is the shield? Well, you know, I got tricks up my sleeve. Trust me, trust me. Yeah, no, Machinist is badass, dude. By far, one of the most impressive changes, you know. One of the most... Gunblade, I feel Gunblade's an okay. I felt the DK got the biggest hosing out of everybody. I felt like the DK tank, as a tank, got a big hose.
Leave it to an Altmer to grasp her power and soul disaster. Burn! One knew she was alive. Bakara is close. I have her scent. This will be easier than I thought. Perhaps I can save my sister and return home with Harry and Daedric servants as well.
13,000. Telling you, man.
They would be a force
On an AoE hit?
under the banner of
Shit.
the Mage's Guild.
Can we at least pull everybody in a little bit?
Scent ends here at this portal. The altar that keeps it open must just
Did
be beyond.
they get the other boss?
You stay here.
Oh, hell no. We're not letting that bitch ride. I'll do both. I'll leave it. Even on that. this Elden Hollow 1 or 2? I feel like I did get the right one. I probably did. I'm probably good. Is there a chest? Dude, for real. Great, we bugged. I froze. Freezing everywhere. It's not on my end. I don't think this time. Look at, yep. There's the body bug. Ah, good old Zoss. Good old Zoss. We knew it was, you know, just whatever. What's up, dude? How are you doing today? Just doing dailies, trying to get my Psijic on this platform done, which I'm gonna have to do like 3 or 4 times. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm just enjoying it. I mean, why did I, you know, I don't know. I've just been playing a lot of my PC stuff lately, so. And I knew that I really was behind on this platform a lot, so I just decided, you know, just if I'm gonna play this, I might as well do it. I might as well get the. I pre-ordered, so believe it. I've got the new ESO chapter pre-order. here we go. Y'all better read that. Y'all better be reading it. I'm here for the double. This was the only goddamn set that really irked me. I'm like, this set should be so much better. This set should have been so much better.
Whatever it is, Makara's claws have been unsharpened.
There it was.
Is that you?
Oh, and it's a divine.
You live, yes.
Here's the thing. When you heal yourself or an ally, you have a 20% chance to summon a totem for 6 seconds that heals you and whatever. Well, it looks like they increased the proc chance. Huh. Okay. That set used to suck. I'm like, Bogodan sucks. Effects look cool, but it sucks so bad. Alright. So we're off. We got that done. That is done and done. Got our keys. They should come out with a new vet, though. Yo, Dragon, what's up, dude? What's that, Bogodan, man? It's the Bogodan set. What up, Dragon? How you doing, man? Dude, you guys see my shit? I messed up a couple times in my rotation. I'm a little rusty, man. Just a little bit. I'm still dealing shitload of damage, so whatever. Oh. And Rivenspire. Okay. So I'm going to go back, turn this in. Yeah. I feel like, yeah, look, I got a bunch of stuff, man, for the pre-order. Here's my one. I got it in my mail. I went with the exclusive, believe it. I went with it all. So, for purchasing the Elder Scrolls Greymoor collection, for the Somerset collection, and for purchasing the Elsewhere. And I got the other one coming out, which is the pre-order for the new one. So I got all three of these and the upcoming stuff. I went with the incomplete collector's edition shit, which I already had Somerset. I already had Somerset. So, I mean, I had the Somerset collector's edition on my PlayStation. I don't have Elsewhere on my PlayStation or Greymoor or the new one coming out. That's how long it's been. My last collector's edition was Somerset. So I was like, okay, you know. But I don't have any of the collector's editions on here, and it, you know, it was like a bundle pack for all the collector's editions. So I was like, screw it, I'm gonna do it. If I'm gonna get on PC, if I'm gonna get all these collector's editions, I might as well get it for my PC, man. Might as well. Might as well do it. Yo, brother Storm, what's up? Dude, Storm, how you doing? You still PvPing at it, brother? You know, the funny thing is, like, I'm really looking forward to a couple little things, but once again, the CP system, you know, I feel that there's some pros and there's some cons to it. But, you know, does it really, like, you know, is it, like, a lot of people are getting disappointed, but we've heard, how many times, you know, when the CP system got, you know, came in, and people were disappointed at one time, what was it, like, before Morrowind, the update before Morrowind, people were bitching, right? You're always going to get somebody bitching about something or something, and that's normal in MMOs. But I feel like some of the CP revamps, what I've seen, it's fluff. Like, it's a pathway to stuff that might, like, for players who want to play open world, that might be something for them. Okay, cool, I get it, I get that. But, you know, when it comes to, like, the PvEers or the PvPers, there's a lot of concerns. Healing, set management, it's going to get worse with set management, for sure. People will be totally, like, stuck on that shit. For real, for real. I got stolen goods too. Alright. No, but yeah, dudes, like, that's the funny thing, man. Like, I don't know if they even have it. But, you know, when I saw that starter pack of depth, what the hell is that? Ugh, why do they sell some of this stuff? See, I got the elsewhere, I got all of it. Except this, what is this? You can still purchase DLCs if you haven't. But what, did they come up with the new items or something? Did he start adding items to DLC packs? It's interesting. Interesting. Oh, wrong quest. And Ribbon Spire. Anyhow. Alright, about to take a break here. At least we probably won't see Mother Sorrow, False Gods on every build anymore due to this. Right now I'm running Mother Sorrow just because of my, because I'm running War Man. But no, I think, and I agree with that. I agree with that. That's why I left the Elder Scrolls. When people got mad because I left Elder Scrolls, I don't think people understood what I was saying when I left. I didn't leave Elder Scrolls due to the lack of content. I didn't leave Elder Scrolls because it wasn't a beautiful game. I didn't even leave Elder Scrolls because of lag problems that the game's been plagued with or performance issues. I didn't leave Elder Scrolls even for the toxic PvP that we all know has existed for quite some time. I didn't leave Elder Scrolls because of balancing issues. I left Elder Scrolls for one reason, and one reason only. I got tired of... Back in the day, we could build different configurations and be competitive. And it was amazing because different content creators, scrap anything. Take it all away is whatever. Mix and match trial sets. Mix and match whatever kind of content. Players were able to come out with different configurations to function and be competitive. So it was amazing because here you would have like Zai coming out with a build, then Outcast coming out with a build, me coming out with a build, Sherman coming out with a build, and like you might even configure your own build, and everybody had something to contribute based on what? The class, right? But now they went with a perfected gear, so every class passives, because that's what made Elder Scrolls interesting. The configuration was based on what? The classes. And the sets differed between each classes due to those passives. But now it's just like everybody's thrown in the same gear, and then they're complaining about balance problems. Well, duh, passives. Not every class is built the same passively. They're not. So why would you come out with a linear system that forces everybody in the same gear? That's not Elder Scrolls. That is WoW. That is this game. That is that game. That is not Elder Scrolls. And now nobody has a choice because you added an additional stat to perfected gear. They don't have a choice. They don't. You just handed meta players what they wanted and cut and slit everybody else's throat to do it. And that's what I had a problem with. I'm like, everybody's going to be running the same shit. And when I kept seeing it, even I couldn't debate it no more. And even now, even I couldn't argue that. In the past, I could. In the past, I could argue all of those things because of indifferent values. Because I knew the math. But now you can't get around that additional variable. It's a stacking factor. And that's why I left. And it still bothers me. I'm not going to lie about it. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it. I felt that ZeniMax really did an injustice to their consumers. They really did. They really put a hose to their consumers. And there was different ways to incentivize vet trials. The gear, regardless of perfected or not, the gear was still good for group play. But you're going to force everybody to play one way, their way, or no way. And that's not what ESO was. And it bothered me. It really did. It really bothered me. It really got to me. And I just felt like at the end of the day, then I was going through personal issues in my life. And I just was like, you know what? I don't need this, man. I do not need this. You know, I didn't even game for about 11 months. Like, I was playing a little bit of Final Fantasy, and then, I needed something a little bit more lighter, so I took Magic the Gathering Arena. But for about 11 months, I didn't touch anything. With the pandemic, I just went back to my core function and just was paying attention to the economy. I was calling down the market trends, the economic contraction based on occupancy, and I was going off of all of that. And I was doing really good there because, as far as the numbers, everybody's like, well, how are you doing it? And I'm like, it's called economic contraction. Congratulations. I'm like, you guys are just completely, befuddled. I'm like, because you've been believing bullcrap. but math doesn't lie. Math is it's, you know, it doesn't lie. So, and then, you know, I was like, I'm tired of the political elements. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of that. I just want to go back to all of us just getting along regardless, and everybody just trying to, you know, see past the differences, and, you know, trying to, you know, want what's best for our society. And when it comes to gaming, that's the one element that I always enjoyed about gaming. We don't dive too deep into people's personal lives. We get in, we have a common goal, right? We have a commonality here. We like a game. We're playing that game. Nothing else matters. We want the best for each other because we build relationships and bonds through gaming, right? And I just felt like coming back to this at least could get my head out of the other elements. So, you know, and then Crowfall, I saw the previews for Crowfall, and I was just drawn back in to like PvP. And I'm like, well, great. I love this game. You know, I ordered it, and I was like, I'm sold. I'm in on this. And I don't care how long it takes. At least I got my copy paid for when it comes. You know, it's like ESO. Once you buy it, they have VIP if you want to do it or not, whatever. And I think it's going to be a good game, as long as you know, the core elements are there. Yeah, can they fine tune things? Yeah, but it's there. Crafting's amazing, and that's what I wanted. I wanted player crafting. I wanted relevance to the crafting system again. And I wish ESO would have. That's a nice little kitty there. Is that a kitty or a fox? That's a fox. That's pretty cool. I like how the frost. That's an apex. That's got to be an apex Mao. Yeah, it's an apex. But anyways, yeah. So we'll be fine. I think in ESO, I think the champion system's going to change a lot of dynamics to the game. A lot. Especially with healing and tanking, how that's going to interact. I feel the DPS needs to be more cautious. I think the DPS doesn't have a lot of room for error as much as it did prior with this CP system. With this CP system, you could afford to give up a few points here and there because of over penetration or under penetration. But now there's a lot more because you had, you know, penetrating values. But now, depending on which way you go, you distribute your system and how many stars you're barring, right, where you're placing the stars, you could be screwing yourself. You could be. And I think that system, it's a tier system, and it's harder to manage tier. I prefer tier in a lot of ways because, you know, there's only different ways to go. But at the same time, if you don't do it right, you know, it's going to be a problem within itself, you know, for certain players to figure it out. They could have structured it a lot simpler. I like the constellation system. I like the different, you know, subcategory. I like a lot of things that's going into the dynamic of the new CP changes. I just feel like some of it is too complex for some players. And they're really going to be adhering to the content creators. And sometimes content creators will steer a person in the wrong direction because it's how they play, not how that person plays. Now this person's trying to use that setup on a different build configuration, and that's where shit's going to hit the fan. And I think that's what a lot of problems are going to hit the fan. And I just feel like hopefully that ZOS takes, you know, that into consideration for suggestive. You know how we have suggestive skills towards morphs? I hope they apply that to the CP system in the near future for players who do it's over their head. The new character sheet, amazing. Awesome, amazing. Been asking for it for 4 years. It's finally coming. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, if ZOS can fix some of the crafting issues and some of this gear stacking crap, maybe we might not have as much of a problem. But I think gear sets are going to be more problematic. PvP is going to get a... PvP isn't going to be a problem. I mean, PvP is going to be a problem for CP players. For players that are Battleground players or players who are... Battleground players and non-CP players aren't going to have a problem adjusting. They're not. Because a good PvP it can PvP without that CP element. The players who can't, right? They're gonna struggle. They're going to struggle. That's the one thing I remember when they try to put CP into BGs, and I'm like, you don't do that. You keep that out of Battlegrounds, man. And they did it, and they pulled it right back out. You don't CP BGs. You just don't. You know, it's pointless. You don't need to go there, so don't go there. For players who don't play CP, they'll be fine. But a lot of players will quit because this new system, it is going to make God... Like, you think permablock tanks were bad before? No, it's gotten worse. It's gotten worse. The mitigation and healing. You add a Templar tank. I'm trying to say this. Templar tank with self-heals and mitigation and health recovery, you're not killing him. You're not. You're not. All day, every day, he lives. He's just going to. He's going to be God mode. It's like a paladin. He'll be the pally of pallies. So, but False God, I don't think the sets are going to go anywhere. I really don't. I think a lot of the sets are going to... people will be leaning on them even more. Trial set, anything with a perfected stat is going to be leaned on so much. The CP system addresses crit. Okay. A lot of people are going to have to readjust their values. Right? That's manageable. But those stats... everybody's gotten to, it's going to get to the point where the new CP system makes it more where people are leaning on those perfected stats. And I wouldn't be surprised if ESO doesn't have to, ends up having to revamp the whole gear system. So basically the sets that we currently have, if one of the things they're going to have to do, like something like this, is add a perfected version to all of them. An extra stat for flawless modes or something. Why? Because it's the only way to break the meta. It's the only way to restore the game back to what it once was. It's the only way now. But people are still going to be God mode because the CP system, new CP system, nerfed the DPS, but increased what? Vet modes are going to be harder. Right? Any hard mode now is going to be harder. It's going to revert some of that back. It's not going to be completely unmanageable. They're going to be able to do it, but they're bringing the challenge back by what? Reducing DPS, increasing survival, mitigation, and healing effects. So that's why they plan on doing it. And now, with certain trials, not all trials, but certain trials have rage timers, right? So if that boss rages, well, then you're fucked, DPS isn't going to meet the mustard, and you're screwed. So it is what it is. Anyways, man, I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you for stopping in. My 2 cents. I'll go over it one day. I think there's a lot of things the AK health recovery. Yeah, dude, isn't that crazy? Isn't that nuts? That is nuts. That is so crazy. Do you guys understand what that means? Technically, you don't even need a heal. Okay, Dragon, thank you for pointing that out. Do you know technically you won't need a heal with that? You'll heal more than any healing ability. You can literally, with this, even next to nothing, heal for more. You can recover more than what you're going to be able to heal for as a tank. Not as a healer, but as a tank. Because tanks do what? They split their stats. So when you take a look at Vigor, or you take a look at Healing Springs, or you take a look at any of these healing effects, they're limited because of what? The tank's stat pool isn't as robust as, a Stam or a Mag. Why? Because they have to have block, and they got to have resource management. They resource management. The hell and back. You add recovery, and now you've just added a self-sustain with a block, with reduced blocking costs. That not even you don't even need to slot a heal. You could, but you don't need to. That's what's crazy. That's what's nuts. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. When ZOS needs to put a counter mechanic on off balance. So when you ever see these things where you start getting shaken, as in the PvE, and you literally are like moving, or like the CCs, that's what they need to do on block. Like if a CC comes in off balance, the tank loses his balance, because when you're blocking a shield, it's all in what? Your stance. So when the off balance is applied, if the tank doesn't move out of the way, he's going to get off balance and he'll lose his block. It'll break the block. It'll temporarily give you a 1 or 2 second window to break out the block. Because a block can literally stop any form of CCs. Majority of CCs, I think Fear is the only one with Blade. That's it. That's the only one. But like most of your stuns, most of the CCs, you can just block through. Don't even need a roll dodge, just block through it. And I think ZeniMax needs to really take a look at countering permablock. That's what they need to do, especially now. With that type of recovery, you can't afford not to put a countermeasure somehow, some way. Because let's be honest, the file, right, reduces healing received. Not health recovery, healing received. That's a big difference. And health recovery is going to literally, you're going to see Stam builds run health recovery. You're going to see it. You're going to see medium armor health recovery builds out the woodworks. Even if you're not running a heavy meta. The heavy meta, the heavy armor meta, that's not going anywhere. That's just reinforced. But medium armor health recovery, that is going to be a thing. That's going to be a total thing. People are just going to be like, and poor mag tunes are going to suffer the hell and back. Here's my recommendation. Unless you are running maybe the Mag Necro, don't even think about running a Magplar. Don't think about it. Don't even think about it. Mage Blade? Nah. Mag Warden? How many have you seen lately? You're going to run a Mag tune after this next update in PvP, you're getting ripped. You're going to get ripped. Stam tunes, I remember when I first started ESO, Mags had a real hard time. Stam was just so dominant. And that's going to bring it back, man. This is really going to bring, like, heavy, it's going to reinforce heavy armor meta and bring back a health meta that's going to be ungodly. You know? And because Magtoons can't afford to do that. They can't afford a stat as much as Stamps can. So keep that in mind, man. Keep it in mind. I was looking over the number, and I agreed with a bunch of people who mentioned it. And I was like, dude, this is just ridiculous. So, you know, it is what it is. But, like, content-wise, ESO still does its thing. It still rocks it out. Anyways, man, I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for picking my brain. I'm going to finish this Psijic. I might get on a little bit later this evening. Maybe, you know, mess around. I got, you know, writs to do. I got a bunch of little stuff. I still got to work my Necro. He's still got to get in. But, as always, man, I'm Mr. Craven. This is Mystics MMOs. Have a nice day.